mean, it was really just a full breakdown, you know, everything that you need to learn, basically the A to Z.
From where to start, exactly what to do, how to do it, all the systems, the programs.
The resources and things that were given throughout the training was just phenomenal.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to episode number, 59. That's crazy. If it's your first time tuning in, this is the Deal Desk. You submit leads. You can head over to the reitoolbox.com to submit your leads, and I just call them live. You see the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is all live. This is not pre-recorded, unless you're watching the replay on YouTube, obviously. But other than that, you know, I make live calls. It's crazy. So we have 2 episodes left. So I believe next Wednesday, we're going to push it to Wednesday because I'm going to be out of town next weekend, but on vacation. But next week, I'll announce an earlier date, but it'll be episode 60, and that'll complete season 1. It's crazy. I've been doing this for over a little bit over a year now, actually. So, you know, I haven't run out of leads yet. Keep submitting them. Let's call them live. Let's get right to it. So let's pick up right where we left off. We have a property in Houston, Texas. I don't see a complete address here. It's land. Yeah, so this address, I would need a parcel ID or something. Or if you guys have any land, but it doesn't have an address, I need the parcel ID or the address next to it, because it's going to take a while for me to locate it. You know, I could look up the owner's name, but there's a lot of hoops I got to jump through just for this. So just please make sure you submit the lead. If it doesn't have an address, put the parcel ID or an address right next to it, okay? So I'm going to skip this one. I won't check it because I haven't called. All right, let's head over to Las Vegas. We got a property in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is another great market. I'll pull this up. They're asking $950,000. Oh, this is the property. So we called this property a few times already. It seems like this person's just not picking up the phone. So if I recall, let me show you guys this. It's like a house surrounded by commercial. So let me share my screen. I'll show you what I'm looking at, because you don't really come across these too often. Share screen. It's so weird. I mean, I've seen some of these throughout my career. I mean, I've seen as crazy as I've seen even like at a grocery store parking lot, a house like in the front. You know, sometimes these things happen. It's very strange location, but I mean, there's really nothing around it. Somebody bought this land here, and I've called this person a few times. They haven't picked up the phone. For this kind of play, I think I already went over it with the person who submitted it. But basically, you know, the value is not in the house. You would have to call the person that owns the land in the area. Let's give this person a call and see if they pick up the phone. We'll try to get as much information as we can. It's just like a really weird location. The funkiest one I've ever seen was, like I said, it was a single family house almost in the middle of a parking lot. Very strange. All right, so let's give this person a call, see if they pick up the phone. Let's see. All right, Las Vegas. It's morning time over there, so, but it's not too early, hopefully, for them. Was my mic muted the whole time? Hopefully you can hear me. Okay. Let's see what they pick up the phone.
Hello?
Hello? It's Mr. Amar.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Steven. You spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on Serene Avenue over there in Las Vegas. Were you still looking to sell that property?
Serene. Yes.
Did I catch it a good time?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, the reason I was calling you, I want to give you an offer on it. My process is real simple. I just wanted to ask you a few more questions about it other than what I see in the notes. And then what I'll do is I'll go and evaluate the area here in the computer, see what I can offer you. If I'm not a good fit, we are a real estate investment company. If I'm not a good fit, I'll let you know up front. And we do have a real estate agent just in case. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So I see here in the notes you've owned the property for about 3 years. You had it up for sale for 3 months, brand new HVAC, no upgrades to the kitchen, bathrooms. Can you tell me a little bit more specifically about the condition? And then I see here it's kind of in a commercial location. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes. It's a C1. It was a residential, and then they converted to C1 commercial.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the house was operating as a yoga studio. Has a handicap parking, handicap bathroom. Pretty much it's ready to go for business. Yeah.
Okay. So it was converted, and you said it's currently being used as a yoga studio?
No, currently it's vacant.
It's currently vacant. How long has it been vacant for?
Since I bought it.
Okay. And how long ago was that? 3 years?
Something like this. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's rezoned for C1. And as far as like the condition, everything inside it, is there anything, I noticed you said there's no upgrades done to the kitchen, bathrooms, that has new HVAC. How's the electric and plumbing?
Everything is in perfect condition, all working good.
Okay, perfect. Everything's working good. That's a very interesting location. What's got you interested in selling the property?
What?
What's got you interested in selling the property?
I'm not in a rush to sell. I am a real estate investor. I have 25 properties. One more, one less doesn't make a difference for me.
Absolutely. What's got you interested in selling this one?
I'm not that interested. If the buyer is going to come, it's going to sell. If not, I'm okay. I'm okay to open it probably.
Oh, okay. So you're not actively looking to sell. You're just trying to test waters and see what you can get for it if the right price comes along.
If I get the amount of money that I want, I'll sell it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And what did you think it's worth, or what are you looking to at least sell it for if you were to sell it?
1.1
1.1?
million.
$1,000,001. Got it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I have something wrong in the notes here, but it looks like when you spoke with my partner, you were asking $950,000. Is that right?
Asking what?
It says here that when you spoke with him, you were asking $950,000. Is that correct?
Well, he said if I offer you quick cash, quick close,
Yeah.
but I told him back then 950 if he pays right away, yeah. But you guys are just playing games back and forth, too much conversation.
Yeah, and this is not something that I can make you an offer immediately over the phone. This is a commercial property. Obviously, as an investor, this is not something I can just give you a crazy offer quickly over the phone. We would have to analyze this with the team because really,
Okay, so
it's rezoned commercial. What was that?
I gotta go. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so he's not looking to sell. So you submitted this lead. He's open to selling, but he's not motivated. Now, he said 1.1 million, and then anytime the original person speaks with the seller, I correct him. I say, hey, it looks like correct me if I'm wrong, but it says $950,000 here. So he's not motivated. I'm looking at the area, right? And this is surrounded by a lot of commercial stuff. It was used as a yoga studio. That's something that I didn't know. He paid $580,000 for this. He wants a lot. Let me go to it's such an interesting property. So it got rezoned to commercial C1. I'm trying to look at some other properties in the area. I also look for new construction in the area as well. But he doesn't seem like the type of guy that, that's just motivated at all. I don't think he'd be willing even to pull a trigger over the phone. This is somebody that if I were you, I would schedule an appointment in person with him. I don't know if he lives in the area. Let me check the mailing address. Yeah, he lives in the area. So I would say, hey, this is an interesting property. It's vacant. Obviously, it's not something I can give you an offer in 7 minutes. There's a lot more things I have to do my due diligence with this. If you're open to it, is it okay if we can meet you at the property, take a look at the property? You can bring some documents. I'll show you some comparable properties in the area, because it's really, obviously I can't disclose the address, but it's next to a daycare and everything else around it is just dirt. But it's valuable dirt. But I don't know if this is something that somebody would just tear down, put something on top of it, or keep it as a yoga studio. So weird. So anyways, whoever submitted that lead, make sure you follow up with this guy. I don't think he'd be willing to sign over the phone. He's not motivated at all. Frederick, you submitted this? Yeah, Frederick, you submitted this. So follow up with this guy. I think, I think he's negotiable and he's serious. He's just not motivated. So with people like that, the best thing is to meet in person over the phone and bring some facts to the table. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We have one in. Oh, before I move on to the next one, real quick, if you guys are watching, I am doing a free prop stream giveaway, whether you have prop stream or you don't. Okay, I put the contest rules on my Instagram. All right, so if you guys head over to my Instagram and go to the contest post that tells you what to do, basically you have to tag 3 people. Okay, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already, and then you sign up for a free trial on Deal Desk Data. If you already have prop stream, it's okay. Because if you have prop stream, you're going to get 12 months covered. So, we got 2 lucky winners last year. I'm doing it again this year. So that is something you should look into, because that's a great contest. All right, so let's move on next. We got one in Homestead, Florida. Let me pull this up. You always talk to people, other investors. When you talk to other investors, they're not going to be as motivated. If they're not like in a distressed situation, because some investors, they lose a lot of money. They have to sell. They're willing to sell at a discount. But other investors that, they're like, whether I sell or not, doesn't really matter. Those are the kind of people that just tell me that they're just interested in an offer. And, he went from 950 to 1.1. So you always have to bring him back down. But he tried, he don't want to talk on the phone. All right, so I think this is the wrong address you have here on 4th Avenue. Whoever submitted this, I think you may be missing a part of the address. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, I think this is the wrong address, unfortunately. Let me try going to Google just to make sure I'm not putting anything wrong here. You may be missing one number. Let me look it up. Actually, I got it here. Hold on a second. Let's see. Sometimes the address does not come up on here because it may be spelled out, but looks like it's not working. All right. So anyways, they want $360,000, new roof, and probably inside as well for flip. Increased rents need some work. 4 units, long-term tenants, you want $400,000, but needs a lot of work. All right, reason for selling. His 2 daughters don't want to take care of the property. He's about to retire, and his wife is in terminal phase, so he needs to spend more time with her. Okay, so this is somebody that is in a tough spot. Okay, so they may need the cash quickly. All right, so let me put on prop stream, and let's give him a call. see what happens here. Let's see, where'd you go? This is in Florida, in Homestead, Florida. All right. Put on speaker. Yeah. So this is a let me see, 4 units quadplex. You originally wanted 400,000.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Zagara.
Dígame, señor.
Hi, I'm calling in regards to your property on 4th Avenue. Were you still looking to sell that property? Si tú tienes una casa en 4th Avenue, si tú quieres vender la casa. Oh, come on, Mr. Zagara. Let me call him right back. Let's call him back. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got the I'm trying to pull up the property. I'm calling him back. Man, this property looks like a mess. Let me show you.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Zagara, Señor Zagara.
Dígame.
What's going on here? I'm gonna call him back one more time. Let's call him back one more time. Just redial. Put on speaker. $360,000. Let's run some comps. Now he's not picking up. Man, so check this out. So who submitted this lead? This is in Homestead, Florida. So Maria, you submitted this lead. So let me tell you right off the bat, I'm just looking at the comps real quick. Make sure I have the right property. Now, I don't know, this may be a typo, but it looks like they're asking $360,000. And I do see one comp. It's tricky. The sulfur, or actually, this isn't even a comp. I wouldn't consider this a comp. It's a little bit too far. Never mind. But I think he is asking a really good price considering just the location and what's selling in the area. So I'm actually going to take this off. It's valuing the estimated value is around $970,000. Just saying. But I need to dig into the comps to really look into it. But if he's not answering, he's not picking up. We're going to move on to the next one, okay? So let's see what else we got. We got one in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? And if somebody doesn't pick up, guys, if I'm calling your lead and they don't pick up, feel free to resubmit it, okay? But I have to keep going to make it fair for everybody here, okay? All right, so we got one in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's pull this one up. Hopefully we get somebody on the line here. See if they want to have a conversation. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, drop them in there. I'll answer them. Let's see. So this one's in Atlanta, Georgia. They're asking $100,000, need full renovation, complete rehab needed. Are they, let me see. He said if closed within 10 days, it's over 100,000. If closed more than 3 weeks, it's 110,000. Okay. Reason for selling: he acquired the property 2 years ago, tried to permit to build an addition, but taking too long. Now the city placed a placard on the property, said that the only owner or are allowed. The owner must repair or demo the property. Okay, so it looks like it's in really bad shape. And yeah, it is. I'm looking at the photos here. Let me show you what I am looking at. So this is somebody that needs to sell no matter what. Really motivated. All right. Boom. Man, yeah, that needs some work for sure. They're asking $100,000. Yeah, $100,000 if you can close in less than 3 weeks, according to him. Let's give him a call and see what happens. Let's give him a call, see what happens. Make sure if you guys want to enter to win Prop Stream free for 12 months, that's the full year, head over to my Instagram, check out my latest post, and it'll tell you exactly how you can enter the contest. I'm gonna leave that post up there probably about a week. I'm gonna let the contest run for probably about a week. Okay. All right, so let's call this person. It seems like they are in a do or die situation when it comes to the house. All right, let's give them a call. Hopefully I say their name correctly. And then drop any questions you guys may have. I'll go ahead and answer a few before I move on to the next one. All right, so this house, I mean, it needs everything, obviously. I wonder how long it's been vacant. They're asking $100,000. I'm going to run the comps here.
Please leave your message for 678.
We'll call back one more time. If they don't answer, move on to the next one. Let's see. Redial. Even $100,000. It doesn't look too sexy. Sometimes you know what your offer is or where you need to be before they even answer the phone. Let me see here. I don't see too many, because this is a wood frame. Like a lot of properties of the comps, they look like this is what I'm looking at. This is a lot more valid. This one, you might want to
leave your message for.
Yeah, they're not answering. Whoever some of this lead, this guy on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard. This one next door looks like it's also vacant, but a lot of the comps are brick. This one, even at $100,000, I don't think it's too good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get off this one here. Let's see. Take this off. All right, let's take some questions real quick. Can you talk about price anchor? What if there isn't a price anchor? So for those of you who don't know, a price anchor is basically when I'm negotiating with a seller, I'm looking at the lowest prices in the area and I give them those addresses and I get a reaction out of them. It's not what my offer is. It's just a way to get a reaction because people always know the least I want to take. They just don't know what the house is worth. So if there's no comps, right? Sometimes there's going to be comps that don't even make you sound good. It's not going to help you out. So if you come across a scenario where there's no comps, no anchor prices, you create your own range without giving any address. Basically, it sounds like this. Hey, Bob, in order for this to make sense to us, we'd probably have to be anywhere between $100,000 to $140,000, right? It depends on market you in. You don't want to lie and give fake addresses, right? But there's nothing wrong with giving your own range, right? So if you have no comps, you want to give a range that makes sense to you. Remember that top number of the range has to be at least $5,000 to $10,000 underneath your max when you're giving the range. So give a range, go straight into range. when there's no anchor pricing. Okay. Happy Friday. Can you show how to sign a seller on a contract on DocuSign? So it's really easy. Let me plug this in there. So DocuSign's really easy. I think they have like a 14-day free trial or something like that. I'm not going to go through that right now, but basically you upload a document and then you drag and drop where you want the signatures and you click send. Now, when that gets sent to a homeowner, it's basically a link to a portal. They don't need to download DocuSign or a fancy program or anything. They just click it and then they just click to sign. That's it. It's really simple. Lots of YouTube videos on it as well. When is the next meta meeting? So if you didn't know, we actually had our first real estate event in the metaverse. Man, I want to say like a week or two ago. There's photos of it on my Instagram. We're probably going to have another one probably within the next 2 weeks. It's pretty cool, right? But there's a capacity of how many people we can have in there. Hopefully we can have a lot more. So we're going to try different things to see how we can allow more people in there. And it's really underrated, let me tell you, because it's literally like you're an event. So this Oculus right here, I'm actually going to be giving this away for free. I'm going to do a contest for that. That's brand new. That isn't even opened up. So I'll be doing a contest for that. I'll be announcing that hopefully next week. But basically the metaverse, I mean, you go in there, we have an auditorium. We can share, Google Files, Google Drive. You can watch the deal desk on there. You can run comps on there. You can network with other investors on there. So it's a lot you can do on there. So just be on the lookout for that. You can head over to on Instagram, Metaverse RIA, and that's where we're going to have some announcements and things like that on there. Okay. But it's really cool. It's actually really informative. A lot of people laugh at this metaverse stuff, but it's not just video games. You could do a lot more on it as well. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got here. The seller first wants to hear an offer and only then sign a contract. How do you proceed? So if the seller wants to hear an offer first, only, is that what you meant? Maybe I'm not reading that correctly. If I first wants to hear offers, only sign a contract. So if they want an offer first, I give them the range. I don't give offers. I just give a range. If they like that range, you have a deal, and you're going to assume it's the bottom number. It doesn't matter what number they're at. When you're in that range, as long as they agree to that range, it's a deal. If they're a little bit above that range, then that's when you start negotiating, right? Hey, if we cover the closing costs, fees, commissions, close time frame works best for you, what would be the best price you can do, right? If they're stuck at that number or don't go any lower, we give comps, right? We give comps, we anchor price, or we go meet the person in person. We meet the seller in person, right? So, appointments are always a lot more powerful than over the phone, but some people will just be stuck at a specific number where it's just a lot better to negotiate in person. So, but if they want to hear an offer, I give a range. I never give an exact offer. Okay. All right, let's call the next lead. Keep the questions coming in. So we are going to Miami. Okay. Miami, no asking price. Let's see. Miami's one of those markets where obviously the numbers are a little bit higher, but it doesn't matter. You can still get deals in Miami. I have friends in Miami that are crushing it. I would recommend you learning a little bit of Espanol when you're in that market, or know somebody in that market that can help you out that speaks Spanish as well, because a lot of the leads will be Spanish speaking. Not all of them, I think you could still do good if you just speak one language. But if you're bilingual, you have an advantage over other people that aren't bilingual. Okay, so this is the property right here. It's kind of hard to see. It kind of looks like a jungle. So this is it right here. Man, I got a lot of oh, here we go. It was just that tree in the way of the palm trees. Okay, so here's a property in Miami. Let's give them a call. They're asking, no asking price yet. All right. The house on Street View looks like it would need a lot of work done to it. I would say so. Look at that. Look at that exterior. It looks just falling apart there. Possible complete rehab needed based on Google Street View. Okay. Reason for selling. Don't have that information, just that he's open to an offer. I reached out through SMS campaign. All right. So I don't expect a motivated seller on this, but especially when you're doing SMS campaigns, you're going to get people to just say, "What's your offer? What's your offer?" Right? But we don't know what they sound like over the phone, right? If they're just texting, you still want to try to get them on the phone either way. But when it comes to SMS campaigns, not even a real estate. Have you ever texted somebody or somebody texted you and maybe they took it the wrong way or you took it the wrong way and you didn't mean to offend them at all or whatever? Like some people are like that. You can't read body language over the phone. Okay. All right, let me go back here. So SMS campaigns, try to get them on the phone as quickly as possible. I'm going to put this on speaker. See if they pick up the phone. It looks a little rough. Hello?
Hello, Diego.
Hey, Diego. My name is Steven. You spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property in 43rd Street. Were you still looking to sell that property?
Yeah, I think so. I'm taking quotes. Because of the holidays and other stuff, I haven't been able to really, pay too much attention to it. But
Yeah.
I'm actually getting ready to get on a plane. So what do you need to know about it?
Yeah, it takes about 7 minutes. If you want my partner to give you a call back later, that's fine.
Yeah, that's in 2 minutes. I gotta check somebody in.
Okay, what time?
So,
What time you want me to have them call you back?
Probably 1:30. I'm gonna head to the airport at 1. So
Okay.
maybe by 1:30 I'll be settled in at the airport, or maybe you know what? No, not 1:30. 2:00. Yeah, slightly before. I'd say 2:30.
Okay. All right, I'll let them know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so he's boarding a plane. I can't negotiate, run comps, give him an offer while he's boarding a plane. He's not going to stay focused. You got to try to get an asking price out of him. So, it's good that he answered the phone. This came from an SMS campaign, so it's good that he answered the phone. The thing is, you have to try to, if somebody doesn't give you a price, you have to give a price. And what I mean by price is anchor price, not an offer. What's your offer? What's your offer? I give an anchor price. And I want to see how they react to it. Okay? So make sure you call that person back. All right, let's move on to Omaha, Nebraska. How do you renegotiate? Let me answer this real quick. How do you renegotiate the property to get a better price? Now, if you have it under contract and you need to renegotiate it, you need to have facts as to why you need to renegotiate it. Some people, I say this all the time, some people lock it up with the intention of dropping the price the day of or day before closing. I mean, that may or may not work. I find that, it's not really ethical in my eyes. I only like locking up a property if I know that I'm confident in my ability to sell it at the price I got it at. Okay, so if you ever need to renegotiate, and this is something common, right? Make sure you have at least 3 solid offers. Okay, if they all come back a lot lower than what you expected, you want to ask them why. Right? Hey, I understand that, Mr. Buyer, but why are you at that price? Well, the foundation, well, the roof, whatever. Make sure you get feedback from all the buyers. Whatever feedback they give you is the feedback that you're going to give the seller. Hey, Mr. Seller, I know we were at this price, but after my partners took a look at it, because they found X, Y, and Z, we really have to be closer to this price. Are you flexible? Because I still want to make this work. I'm still interested in moving forward. A lot of times, if you bring facts to the table and it justifies why you need to go lower, they're going to be okay with it. What most people won't be okay with is, hey, I have to get it at a lower price because it's not working out. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? Some people may do it, but most people won't. Okay. So just try to always lock up properties at a price that makes sense. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. Can you talk about your acquisitions course? Yes. So I don't think I talk about it enough because I'm not one of those, sales coaches, gurus that shove throats down, shove courses down people's throats. Okay. So I will always promote it, whether you buy it or don't buy it. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't buy it, basically. But if you do, thank you for the support. You guys, let me head over to this real quick. So the course, it's an updated course. I try to keep it updated as possible. You can head over to masterclosurecourse.com or RAI Toolbox. And let me share my screen for this real quick. And this has really changed a lot of businesses, people that didn't do, over the phone sales, or they just wanted straight appointments, this really changed the game for some people. So yeah, basically I go over all this. You can get over masterclosurecourse.com. There's a resource kit, live recordings, a whole bunch of stuff. You get a lot of documents. I try to go as in-depth as possible. I don't like fluffing. There's some testimonials here. I don't like throwing fluff and garbage into these courses, because I want to make sure it's done right. And I want to make sure I give as much value as possible. But if you want to take a look at that, you can go to the ritoolbox.com and just click the acquisitions course. Or you can DM me on Instagram and I'll give you a promo code. I'm not going to say it on here, but I'll give you a special promo code. The course is $497. Okay. If you DM me, I'll give you a promo code, 80% off. It'll make it $97. Okay. So I'm not going to say it on here. You got to DM me on Instagram and say, I watched the deal desk. I want to buy the course. What's the promo code? Okay. That's a little secret. All right. Let's make this call. In Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Am I saying that right? Omaha, Nebraska. All right. So this property, Omaha, Nebraska. Asking price. Having pool and asking price. What repairs are needed? Kitchen, bathrooms, medium rehab. Need some work. We had a couple conversations in the past 2 weeks, mostly rapport, not much business. What's the reason for selling? Elderly seller living in an apartment, left her house vacant for about 2 years. Interested in selling, but does not know what to do with it. She mentioned to me she has a lot of things left inside the house. So here's the thing with this scenario. When it's elderly people, you want to over deliver. You want to, if they don't know what to do with the house, you want to give them the right options. Some of them need help relocating. They live in an apartment, they're good, but also a lot of them need help, moving and things like that, moving stuff out. So, for things like that, we like getting moving companies involved as well. Let's give them a call and see what we can do to help them out. Omaha, Nebraska, and there's no price. So it's good to build rapport, but it's really important to stick, if you just did rapport calls every day, you'd be out of business. So build rapport, redirect them back to what needs to be answered in a polite way. All right, let me give them a call. And let's see. Sometimes elderly people, depending how old they are, you got to talk slower, talk at a pace. Don't rush things. Make sure you move at their pace. But build a little rapport, but redirect them back. Okay? Let's run comps.
Hello, we are not available.
Let's call one more time. Okay. And I'm running comps on this while it's ringing. So I'll give you my input on it.
are not available now.
Not picking up the phone. We'll move on to the next one. Sorry. So try to call that lady back, okay? And try to figure out, sometimes it's better just to meet them in person as well, especially if there's a lot of follow-up calls. So I do see the comps here between 150 to 200. I would say is the ARV around that range. I do see one here that's sold high. Remember, cash comps, you're looking at cash comps, they're not always going to show on the market. Sometimes you have to look at renovated properties and look at the transaction history to see what they sold for off market. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We have any questions, comments? Have done any deals in PR? If yes, there's a difference with the states. I have not done any deals in Puerto Rico, but I heard there is a big difference and it can be very difficult, but not impossible. Just sent me a DM. Perfect. The course contains, it's broken down in sessions. So I go over the scripts, objections. I go over comps. I go over structure. I go over building a team. I go over a lot of things. And then, I love getting feedback on it. Let me know what you think. And if there's anything on there you feel you want more of, just let me know. All right. What's your objection handler for when the seller says he wants to talk to his realtor friend about an offer when obviously the realtor is going to give him market price? So this is a good question. So when somebody says they want to talk to an agent, right? And obviously the agent's job is to list it for as high as possible. Some agents even overpromise and underdeliver. Oh yeah, you could maybe get this. The market's crazy right now. Like, let me list it. Okay. But I talk bad about, I give them the pros and cons. Hey, Bob, the seller, Bob, hey, you're 100% right. You could list it with an agent. It depends if you're looking for top dollar or quick sale. I don't know who that other agent is. Do they work with investors? Do they don't? But basically, you could list it, but there's closing costs you have to cover, commissions, fees. You may have to do some repairs, asset pass inspection, financing might fall through. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong, and that's going to take some time. Okay. Now, if you need to sell quickly, I can cover the closing costs, fees. There's no commissions. I can close in a time frame that works best for you. Okay. So whether you're looking for top dollar or quick sale, I can help you out. Now, if you are interested in listing it, I'm not sure if the agent you're working with works with an investment company or if they're an individual agent. But since our agents work with investors in our investment company, we have a lot of buyers that are willing to pay a premium cash just to stay in their sweet spot. Does that make sense, Bob? So, you kind of want to plant some seeds in the seller side about what you can do potentially, but it really comes down to, does the seller want top dollar or quick sale? And then if they do have an agent, but they're kind of on the fence about cash offer listing it, I really lay out the best I can, the pros and cons, because that's really going to matter a lot. Okay. Some people think that they can get top dollar, quick sale. It's like they want the cake, the icing, the ice cream, the cherry. They can't have everything. Okay. So you got to lay it out for them in a language they can understand. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got. We are moving on to Houston, Texas. All right, so this one is in Houston. They want about $300,000. Let me pull this up. Look, good thing you got a price out of them. Houston, Texas. Let me share my screen. All right, here's the property. You know what? I don't have to keep taking that off. I didn't know I could do this. Let me see. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so this is the property. This looks very familiar. I feel like I called this a long time ago. Oh yeah. Maybe I called it last week. I don't know. I call a lot of these properties. All right. Anyways, they're asking $300,000. It's a tear down. Oh yeah, this looks real familiar. Last time I spoke with her was November 3rd. Not many comps in there, just like her property. And props and comparable shows condos, apartments, mostly because it's surrounded by Apartments, anchor price are at 7,000? I anchor priced her at a house with 7,000 square feet that sold for 260. Gave her a price 260, 300. Her property is about 10,000 square feet. She says that the value's in the lot. It's a failed listing. Yeah, this does ring a bell. I think I did speak with this person last week. This is the lady that it's a failed listing. So, you know, what was it listed for? Let me pull this up real quick. Because this was listed. The thing is, if somebody lists a property and doesn't sell and it's a failed listing, you know, especially if it's been on the market for a long time, you know, investors are going to see that. You would have to get it significantly lower price than was listed for. So MLS details. Yeah, so this was listed at $295, and it got taken down. So it's not going to work out at that price. But let's give her a call and see if she changed her mind. Okay, let's give her a call anyway. I think she was a nice lady. I haven't had anybody mean lately. You know, usually I get these really angry people, and it makes the show a little bit more entertaining. But haven't really had anybody yell at me lately. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're feeling good for the holidays or something. Okay. So let's give her a call. Or this gentleman, is it? Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to act as if I've never talked with them, though. Okay, I'm going to come across as a brand new call. Because her and I didn't, or whoever I spoke with, I don't remember who I spoke with, but we didn't leave off on a, like, they were stuck at that price. So let's see. Maybe their situation changed. Sometimes people will notice they're not going to get the price they want. But look at this house over here. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Browser.
How can I help you?
My name's Steve, and I think you spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on Chatfield Street. Were you still looking to sell?
Yes. Oh, not at this time. Thank you.
Yes, not at this time? Oh, man, she said, yes, not at this time. Should I call her back or should I let her go? Because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. She sounded, I mean, if somebody says yes, not this time, and then hangs up, they're probably not available to talk. So these are all apartments right here. Okay. Wait a second. Why is on the, hold on a second. Oh, this is actually a big house. I think it's farther down the street that has apartments. For some reason, it's pulling it up. Or actually, you know what? I think, yeah, this isn't a house. What am I saying? Kind of looked like a house. This is a nice little entrance, though. Interesting. Yeah. So it looks like an apartment complex. All right. So she doesn't sound too excited to talk. So we're going to move on to the next one. I did talk to that lady. I do remember I did talk to that lady, and she stuck at that price. And just because she's at that price doesn't mean she can't be negotiated down the road, because if somebody's asking unrealistic price and they're realizing that they're not getting the price they want, okay, then they're going to be like, oh, man, I'm not getting the price I want. Maybe I could list it. Maybe, I mean, it's a failed listing. Maybe I could be negotiable. I don't know. All right, so let's see what else we got. Enter that one. Congrats on the contest. You're welcome. Guys, the contest, prop stream, free, 12 months, a full year. Head over to my Instagram. In the last post I went, simple contest to enter. 2 people won last year. We're going to have another winner this year, okay? So make sure you stay tuned. I'm also going to be doing a contest to give this Oculus Quest 2 away for free, brand new, unopened, all right? Because we do have real estate events in the metaverse, believe it or not. Did you ever use batch leads list? And if so, how do you like them compared to PropStream? I use batch leads to skip trace, and I use PropStream for data as well. I get a lot of data from everywhere. By the way, if you guys want a plug to get skip trace, I can help you out with that. I think it's between 6 to 10 cents. I got to double check. But if you need data, let me know. I met somebody new that could get quality data from ListSource at a really good price. So let me know if you need data. But yeah, I like batch leads. I use them to skip trace, but I pull lists from ListSource, PropStream, county records as well. I like mixing the lists up. What I really pay attention to is what areas, right? I mix up the list in specific zip codes, and if it's performing well in that zip code, I double down on that zip code. That's how we got that big deal in Washington. How often do you wholesale a house without inspection? So if you mean inspection, do you mean like an inspection period? If you can clarify on that a little bit. So no matter what, when we lock up a house, we have to take a look at it. Okay. We don't do deals without an inspection period. All right. We have to have an inspection period. Sometimes homeowners don't like the inspection period. They're really against it. We're okay with reducing the amount of days, but you need to have an inspection period. Don't ever, a buyer's never going to buy a property sight unseen without photos. Let me take that back. We have sold properties sight unseen with photos, or like at a crazy deal where they're overly conservative and it makes sense. But either they want to take a look at it or they need photos. It's usually one or the other. So, I don't really negotiate with homeowners that aren't willing to show us the house at all. We either need them to take photos or we send somebody out there to take photos. I understand if some people, they just don't want you taking a look at their house. Nothing wrong with that. All right. But if you don't want us coming to your house, you need to give us photos or videos. And, if you have tenants in the property and you don't want to disturb them, what is it that we could do to make sure they don't get disturbed? Is it setting up a day and time that works best for them and ourselves? So you kind of have to figure out what you got to do to get photos and videos of the property. Because a lot of people say, oh, tenants, I don't want them. I don't want to disturb them. Okay, well, does that really mean you don't want them knowing you're selling? Because we could take photos for insurance purposes. We don't want to say, hey, I'm showing up, I'm buying the house, I'm here to take photos. That's going to spook them out. So try to figure out where their head's at. Some people, them saying, I don't want you to take a look at my property is something else. It's really a smoke screen. So I always have an inspection period no matter what. Okay, let's see here. Let's call another one. We got here in Houston, Texas. Okay, so we got a property here in Houston, Texas. $150,000, but he spoke to my VA a few months ago. And I went on an appointment with him a few months ago. $129,000 is his lowest. Semi-renovated, needs bathroom, flooring fixed up, fair condition. 2-1. When I went to appointments, 3-1, add another bedroom. The old house was built in 1940, but his wife and him put the house in that land in 2000. Has a land in Austin, wants to build over there. That's the reason for selling. All right, cool. So let's give him a call. So this is like an older house. You said they moved it here? Let's see. Some people do that. They'll move their house. Let's call this person. See if they pick up the phone. Guys, after this episode, we have one episode left for this year, and we're moving on to season 2 in January. So next week will be the last episode of the year. It's been crazy, but we have a lot more to come. Am I putting this in correctly? Hold on a second. Maybe I got a Santa Claus for glasses because... All right, there we go. Put on speaker. $150,000. So when you went on the appointment, the lowest you can do is 129. You see that? They wanted 150 when they spoke with their VA.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Hancock.
Hello. Yeah.
Hey, my name is Steven. I believe you spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property on Campbell Street. Were you still looking to sell?
Yes.
Perfect. Did I catch it at a good time?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, great. So the reason I was calling, I actually want to give you an offer on the property. My process is actually very simple. Just want to ask you a few more questions other than what I see in the notes. I'll go and evaluate the air in the computer, see what I can offer you. It takes about 7 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay, but I'm not answering no bunch of questions. The property speaks for itself. If you're interested in buying it, you can buy it. It's a clear deed and all of that on it. And, but you wouldn't imagine how many investors I get calls and asking questions.
Oh, I bet.
Buying it. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I don't want to make you repeat yourself.
If I talk to your partner, I talked to your partner already. So.
Yeah, and I don't want to make you repeat things you already said. I just need a little bit more information. I see here you said is semi-renovated, needs bathroom, some flooring fixed up. The roof and the AC, do you know when that was last replaced?
Yeah, the roof was replaced about a year and a half ago.
Okay, so it's brand new, basically.
Fairly new roof.
What about the air conditioner?
It was newly decked and roof. All the roofing is good. I believe it has.
They're asking way over. They're asking way above market value, even at 129.
On the roof.
Gotcha.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then all the floors are almost 2 inches thick. They're solid floors, what they call a sturdy flow.
Yeah.
You have a sturdy flow in there. It's been completely refurbished. The whole house, wiring, plumbing has been brought up to code. The house is elevated up to code. Brand new gas lines. The meter ain't even on the house, but the gas people have already put the lines in.
Gotcha. It seems like a great property. What's got you looking to sell it?
The AC now, the AC got a little time on it, but I will allow on the outside unit. It has a brand new hot water heater. Everything in it is new.
Okay. What's got you looking to sell?
What you say?
It seems like a good property. What's got you looking to sell it?
I'm at retirement age. I want to go fishing.
Oh, nice. Well, you like freshwater or seawater?
I like salt water, really.
Saltwater, seawater. Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Nice. And if you got an offer that made sense to you, what kind of time frame were you looking to sell? About like a week, a month, a couple months?
There wouldn't be no problem. Yesterday, if the price is right, money dictates action.
And what's that right price for you? What do you think it's worth, or what are you looking to at least sell for?
I know I could sell it for 150 with waiting. No, because property here in Houston, I've seen dumps get that 150. It's a house right around the corner from it. Right now, it's a dump.
Yeah.
It's an abandoned house. Some investor bought and put a sign out in the front of it. As soon as he bought it, and he's selling it for $103,000 right here, and it needs everything.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's selling it for $103,000. This is in the inner 610 circle in Houston. You can see downtown from here, so the property can't do nothing but go up, 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 up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a friend. He was an investor, and he owned.
I'm gonna bring up the 129 that you put
here
here.
in Houston.
I still don't think that's enough.
He moved up in the country where
I don't think that's good enough price still.
He didn't retire, and so
129 is the lowest he can do. It's tough.
Hey,
anytime you see cages around AC, it's not the best area.
And the first thing he told me, yeah, but I think I sold it too cheap. Because the market had changed that fast.
Yeah, it's changing a lot right now. When you spoke with my partner, I think you met up with him. He said the lowest you could do is 129,000, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever considered like listing the property on the open market in order to get that price range, or is this something that you were just open?
When I listed on the open market, I'm gonna get the $150,000.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
That's for sure.
You know, that's where I'm going with that.
Okay.
This property here has room for expansion. It's on the corner.
He's trying to sell me on it.
House right next to it.
But you know, you want to hear him out, but at the same time, you know, it's not the price doesn't make sense. Yeah.
You know,
okay.
This house is ready. You can make a bed and breakfast out of it if you want to, whatever. But
okay.
It's a nice property. Look on Google, you see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's great. I just don't know if I could pay 129. I think you're better off listing it. You know, when do you plan on listing the property?
Maybe in a month or so.
In a month?
I'm
okay.
Finish the flooring. There's some flooring that I already bought, and I just haven't installed. And I'm going to install the flooring in it and do a little spot painting, and that's about it.
All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my partner reach out to you in a month, and we'll go from there. I just don't want to give you an offer and I don't waste your time. You know what I mean?
Well, right now, don't waste my time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the call. Happy holidays. Have a good New Year.
Okay. Happy holidays. You too.
Bye bye. Yeah, I don't even. I mean, he said 150. I don't see anything selling for. Hold on. Well, there's stuff farther away. The highest sold property in this area that I see that's close is probably 115-ish. So yeah, I don't think even 129. I don't think it's going 150. You know, if you go a little bit northwest, closer to the highway, not that close, around 195, but it's a little far. You're passing a major road just to get to that. So he's not motivated, but he's serious. With those kind of leads, you got to follow up with him. He said call him back in a month, or he plans on listing in about a month. You do want to call him. A month really means 2 weeks. All right. Anybody ever tells you call me back in 3 weeks or a month or whatever, always cut that time in half because they are getting other calls from investors. Okay. Now the holidays is a little bit slower. It's maybe you guys are experiencing this right now. People don't have a sense of urgency to sell right before Christmas or anything like that, unless they're, you know, really motivated. So I'm not saying you can't get deals during the holidays. Just expect a majority of the people you talk to kind of hold off until, you know, January. Okay. All right, guys. So before I go, make sure that the contest I'm having, it's free prop stream for a year. You got to follow me on my Instagram, official Steve Morales. Go to my latest post. It has all the rules on there on how to do that. If you guys also, somebody asked me about the course, I will give you a promo code for the course you can use, okay? The course is $497. If you DM me, I saw you on the deal desk, what's the promo code? I'll give you a promo code. It'll take 80% off. It'll reduce it to $97, okay? And last but not least, before the holidays, I'm going to be giving away this Oculus here, okay? So this right here, this Oculus Quest 2, brand new, unopened, your ticket to the metaverse. We have real estate meetings on this already. It's crazy. So, well, you want to use your business, pleasure, both, whatever. I'm going to be hosting a contest for this as well, so stay tuned for that. Follow me on official Steven Morales. I'll be announcing this very soon. This thing is amazing. You haven't tried it. It's not about video games. You can do a lot of networking, meet with people, working out. It's really, really cool. So stay tuned for that. But guys, hopefully you have a great one. We're going to have one more episode. The last episode, I'm going to push a little bit earlier next week. I'll be on vacation next weekend. But stay tuned. Episode 60 is going to be the last episode of season 1. It's crazy. I've been doing this for, over a year now, a little bit over a year. And now it's the last episode of the year. Okay, so season 2 in January, I'm going to have some special guests get on. They're going to be making live calls too. People that I like, that I respect. I know they can actually close the deals as well. So stay tuned for that, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Take care. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.